Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And my brothers and sisters, we might have a new scandal brewing at the ATF. Two senators just sent some letters around some very concerning manipulation and what equates to fraud coming from the ATF. Everything's going to be linked in the description box below. And guys, this one's not an easy one to wiggle out of. And of course, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And this content is brought to you by Safe Life Defense. I'm going to say a quick word about their product, and then we're going to hit this. I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Safe Life Defense, and specifically their Hyperline vest. Guys, I can honestly tell you, I've looked at a lot of body armor solutions. This is by far the thinnest, lightest, most comfortable without giving up protection. It's rated up to 44 Magnum, and as you can see, it is not encumbering my speaking, my breathing, anything across the board. This is a very good vest. It can be worn underneath a t-shirt, it's so thin, and like I said, it is up to a 44 Magnum rated in level 3A. This is something that you should check it out. It is the thinnest in the world and definitely worth an examination. There's a link right down there in the description box, and thank you so much to them for sponsoring this content. All right, my beautiful people, we have got to dive into something that Chuck Grassley and Joni Ernst, these are both senators on the Republican side, just released today. It turns out that the ATF may have been artificially boosting the descriptions of their employees who sit at desk jobs as law enforcement risk management jobs. So basically artificially boosting the salaries to tune of millions of dollars. Oh, guys, this one has something here. Check this out. Grassley and Ernst demand corrective action for ATF's illegal scheme to misclassify law enforcement and fleece taxpayers. So, by misclassifying titles, they took more money than was allocated for their employees. This is tantamount to fraud. That's what this is, and it's just the tip of the iceberg, at least in my opinion. Check this out, guys. You need to send this one out because this is bureaucratic corruption at its finest. Check this out. And it's not alleged, by the way. This actually was confirmed. Iowa Senators Chuck Grassley and Joni Ernst are calling for accountability and a full review of the ATF unlawful misclassification of administrative position as law enforcement. Not only was this decades-long practice illegal, but it also burned millions of taxpayer dollars. Now listen to what they did, and this is where it gets really, really icky. ATF, for years, turned a blind eye to classification errors even after whistleblowers brought it to management's attention as early as 2018. The maladministration resulted up to $20 million in overpayments to at least 91 employees who erroneously received enhanced law enforcement salaries and benefits while performing human resources, administrative, and other non-law enforcement duties. So the people who answer phones, law enforcement. HR, who never leaves the office, law enforcement. They're boosting their salaries artificially at the behest of the taxpayer dollar. That's the entire point here. Now, they also got caught a little bit going after the whistleblowers. Check this out. Like this stuff, this should be a big deal. Check this. ATF recently regained the authority to classify positions as law enforcement after a 2020 suspension due to its unlawful human resources practices. So in 2018, they got their hand caught in the cookie jar. 2020, they lost their ability to classify jobs because they were basically, honestly, fraudulently claiming position titles for more money for their employees. But now they're saying later on in these letters, there's even more here, and they want corrective action. This is the stuff right here. In light of the ATF's restored authority, Grassley and Ernst today made internal ATF records public and urged the ATF and the Department of Justice to hold accountable the ATF managers who permitted the misclassifications. So they were never fired. They were never held accountable. Shocker. Further, the senators raised concerns of alleged agency retaliation against the whistleblowers who brought ATF's wrongdoing to light. Lastly, in response to whistleblower disclosures claiming hundreds of additional ATF employees may have been misclassified and millions more taxpayer dollars misspent, the senators requested an expanded evaluation of ATF's classification procedures. Basically, what this means is, they got caught in 2018. They lost their ability to classify people. No one was fired. And the whistleblowers are saying there's hundreds more that are under the exact same thing. This is the type of scandal that does a lot of damage to the reputation of an agency. Just saying. Let's continue. I got one more thing for you because this right here, This is a lot of the important stuff we need to know. In a separate effort to correct harmful ATF practices, Grassley and Ernst grilled the agency for inappropriately targeting federal firearms license holders and stifling Second Amendment rights by abusing its federal regulatory powers. All right, and I've got the entire letter linked right down there in the description if you want to see it. You've got an agency that is aggressively pursuing, almost to the point of persecution, FFL dealers who are obeying the law. You know, this is coming straight from the Biden administration. Then you've got them also misclassifying internal payments and classifications for job roles so their employees get more money at the fraudulent expense of the U.S. taxpayer. Yeah. What's up? If you need any more questions about how ineffective bureaucracies are like this, you need look no further. And again, we're not even getting down the road of ATF and unconstitutionality, the infringement of the Second Amendment. We're not even talking about the big ones. We're talking about how poorly and fraudulently run this organization is. The same organization that the left will tell us they're just underfunded and they're just trying to do God's work and they're really just trying to keep us all safe and it's for the children. This doesn't exactly look like they're on the up and up across the board. You got targeting of gun shops, maliciously, in my opinion, and then you also have fraudulent misclassifications of employees to get more money and fleece the government, your tax-paying dollars. Send this one out. This one might be a thing right here, and as you can see, the date was for 1/30/2024. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.